So to run the LDA model, we're going to need to import the gensim package. So we can import that along with the pandas, RE and NLTK packages that we're going to need. Next, we'll load in our data. For this example, we're going to be using news articles. So we use pd.readcsv, newsarticles.csv. We then run data.head and we can see we've got an ID, a title, and a content. So the content is just the content of the news article and the title is the title of that article. When we run data.info, we can see we've got 100 rows of data and we've got no nulls. Because we're just interested in the articles from this data set, so the content, we're just going to pull these out so they're separate from everything else. So we'll create our articles and then just pull the data content column. Once we've got our articles, we're going to clean these up a bit. I'll just copy this across. We've seen this in a lot of other lessons. So we are removing the punctuation, we're lowercasing, we're removing the stop words, we're tokenizing, and we're stemming. I've chosen to done stemming here because we have quite a lot of text. So it's going to mean that our processing times are going to be sped up quite a lot because we're able to shrink down quite a lot of the words. You can use lemmatization if you want, but for this purpose, stemming will do just fine. We can then print out the articles to see what they look like. So you can see we've got 100 different items. Each item is one of the articles that's been tokenized and cleaned up. The next step is to create a dictionary. So this is going to be a dictionary of every unique word in our dataset. To do this, we use corpora.dictionary and then reference our articles dataset. We can print this out and see we're left with 8,693 unique tokens. These are the number of unique words in our dataset. We then want to create a document term matrix. So when we've done vectorizing in previous lessons, this is what we're doing here. It's just a different way of doing it. So we're using a different package. So we create our doc term matrix and then we use our dictionary.doc to BOW, which you'll remember is bag of words, and then we reference our text for each of the text in our articles. So it will go through each of the items in our list of articles and create a bag of words and then join this together. We can print this out to see what this looks like. So we can see this has been fully vectorized. There are no words left in here. It's just numbers, which is going to be perfect to feed into our LDA model. To get started, we'll set the number of topics that we're interested in pulling out as 2. We can then create our LDA model using the gensim.models.lda model. The arguments required for this are corpus, which is our doc term matrix, ID to word, which is our dictionary, and specifying the number of topics that we want. We can then run LDA model.print topics and specify the number of topics we want to print out and the number of words for each topic. And these are going to be the top most important words for each topic. So the first one, the most important words for that topic, is said, Mr. Trump, won, state. And for the second topic, Mr. said, would, state, Trump. So if you remember, we're looking at news articles here. Unfortunately, these topics aren't super informative, so it might be that we need to change the number of topics, which we'll see how to optimize in a future lesson, or we might need to clean up our data set a little bit more, or sometimes there just aren't that many topics in the data, and it'll take a little bit of exploration to figure that out. Next, we'll move on to a different method of looking at topics that might help us pull out something more interesting.